Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to your 32nd lecture of English Grammar of Essay 2. As we know that we had learnt lesson number 2, the sentences in our previous lectures. And in our last lecture we had done the textbook exercise of lesson number 2. Today we are going to start a new lesson, lesson number 3. And the name of the lesson is negative sentences. It is the basis of the previous lesson, the sentences. It is similar with this lesson. Let's see what will we learn here in this lecture today. First of all, we will see the introduction. I will give some information about this topic. Then we will see the definition. Then we will see what are actual the negative sentences. Then we see the difference between positive sentence formation and then negative sentence formation with the examples to get more clarity. And then after learning the sentence formation, we'll see the difference between positive and negative sentence to get better understanding. Then we will see and learn negative sentences with different kind of verbs. With different kind of verb, what is the formation is formed to make a negative sentence, and according to this rule we'll do the exercise at the end. So let's start. As we know that what is a sentence, we already learnt about the sentence in our previous lesson. Then we already know that the group of words are called the sentences, and we already know that not only the group of words, but if we arrange them in proper order and it has to be a sense, then it is called a sentence. When we want to write, read or speak the sentence, we need some important part of the speech to make a meaningful sentence. So when we want to write a sentence, we have to arrange all the words, group of words properly, and after arranging them, if it is meaningful, then it is called a sentence, right? We already learnt about it in our previous lesson. This is just revision and the connection of the negative sentences. Now we have a question in your mind that what are the negative sentences? We already learnt about the statement, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, right? But we have a question that what are the negative sentences? Let's see what are the negative sentences in English language. In order to claim that something is not true, it means that if we want to write whatever the claim means what? You say that I have a good book. Then I want to say it is not good. At that time I use no or not to show that your claim is not true, your claim is false. So it is called the negative sentence. A negative sentence have a negative sense. It means it reflects the negative side of the sentence. It reflects the no or not in the sentence. That's why we can say that a negative sentence having words like no or not to make it in a negative form. So what are the positive sentences and what are the statements? Statements are called the positive sentences, right? So if we want to represent the statements in a negative form, in totally false way, at that time we use no or not, After using no or not, the statement will become a negative sentence. So this is the information about the negative sentence. Let's see the definition of the negative sentence. Negative sentence are the sentences which have a negative sense, means it has no or not. So simple as that, we understand that if the sentence has a word no or not, then we understand that it is a negative sentence. Or we can say that the negative sentences are the opposite of positive sentences, and they express the opposite idea of the simple sentences. It means that what are the positive sentences? We already learned about the statement in our previous lesson, right? What is the statement? Simple sentences are called the statements. So what are the simple sentences? If we want to show them with a negative reflection, negative idea, we use no or not in that sentence. So after using no or not, the sentence will be a negative sentence. So positive sentence means statement, and positive sentences, negative sentences are the opposite of positive sentences, right? So positive sentence just say us to, they are whatever the idea, whatever the claim is there, I have a good book, this is the positive sentence, right? But if I want to opposite, I want to tell you that in a negative way, at that time I use not in the sentence. So I can say that I have, this is not a good book, right? So these are the difference between negative and positive sentences. Now let's see more information about the negative sentence. Negative sentences are used to show the sense, negative sense of the sentence. As I told you that if in the sentence no or not present, at that time we say that they are negative sentences. They reflect the negative sense of the sentence. In this type of sentences, we use only one negative word to express them in negative sentence. There are lots of negative words, negation words, which shows the negativity in their particular word, right? So we do not use, we cannot, it is not compulsory we have to use all the words together, particular way, any one word. No. Here, any one negation word we can use to make a negative sentence. Now you have a question, what are the negation words? So let's see what are the negation words. No, not, never, nobody, nothing, neither are called the negation words. It means it shows the negative sense. By using this kind of word, we make a sentence in a negative form. So I hope you have understand this definition and some more information about the negative sentences. Let's move on. Have you remembered what is the sentence formation we had learnt in our previous lesson? Yes, as we learned that sentence made up with different group of words, right? These words have different functions, and we classify these words into 8 parts of the speech. In English language, there are 8 parts of the speech, and if we want to make a sensible sentence, meaningful sentence, we need some part of speech. So, have you remember what are the parts of the speech in English language? Let's see. Noun, pronouns, verbs, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjections. These are the 8 parts of speech, and whenever we want to make a meaningful sentence, we need some part of the speech, right? And among these 8 part of the speech, right? So not compulsory that all the 8 parts of the speech will be in a sentence. It is not compulsory, but to make a meaningful and sensible sentence, we need some parts among this part of speech. And we already learnt about most of the part of speech we already learnt about in our previous lessons. Which are they? Noun, we already learnt it. Pronouns, verb, adverb, adjective and prepositions we have done. And we know that where we use, at what time we use noun, pronoun, verb, what is the kind of their, what is the uses of them, right? We already learnt about it. After this lesson, we will learn about the conjunction and interjunction. After that, we have completed all the 8 part of speech in our this standard. So these are the 8 part of the speech, and we need among of these some of part of speech to make a sensible sentence. So just remember these 8 parts of the speech, and we already know that verb is a very necessary part of the sentence. It is the most important part of the sentence. Please be note that. So we know that among these 8 part of speech we make a sensible sentence. But you know that, have you remember how many parts of the sentences are there? We already learnt about it. How many parts? Have you remember? Yes, there are 3 main parts of the sentence. Positive statements, right? What are they? Subject, verb and object. What is the subject, what is the verb, what is the object? We already learnt about it, right? I will just give a simple example or simple clarification, simple explanation to it to revise it. So what is the subject? Subject means the doer part of the sentence, right? Action part of the sentence. You can say whatever the active part of the subject, it is called the subject. And what is the verb? Verb is an action verb. There are 3-4 kind of verbs, right? There helping verb, action verb, auxiliary verbs. So verbs are an action verbs, doing part of the whatever the action is there in the sentence, it will be included in the verb. And what is the object? The rest of the sentence will be object part of the sentence. Let's see the example and just revise this rule. Hari cuts the cake. Here Hari is the doer part of the, he is the active part of the sentence. So Hari is a subject. Cuts is a verb because the action is cut. So it is a verb. And the cake is the rest of the sentence, so it is called the object part of the sentence. Let's see another example. Naina is looking very pretty. Just remember that not only the action verb, helping verb also used as a verb. Helping verb replace the verb in a sentence when the main verb is absent, is not there, right? Here both are there. Helping verb is also in the sentence and main verb is also here. So they both are called the verb of the sentence. So whenever we find out this from this type of sentence, whenever we find out the verb, we have to underline or just pick out is and looking both, not only looking, not only is, right? So here Naina is active part of the sentence, that's why it is a subject. Is looking, both are the verb, so is looking is a verb, and very pretty is the rest part of the sentence, so it is a object part of a sentence. Let's see the next example. She is good girl. She is a good girl, right? Now just look here. Here no action verb is there. So in an absent of action verb, there is another verb. Which verb is that? Yes, helping verb is there in the sentence. So is will be a verb of the sentence. So she is the active part, that's why it is a subject of the sentence. Is, it is a represent the main verb, replace the main verb, that's why it is a verb of the sentence, and rest of the sentence will be a object part of the sentence. Just to remember one thing, that without verb the sentence formation cannot be possible. If there is only one word in the sentence, it has to be a verb. So just revise this rule properly. Now this is the talking about the simple sentences and the statements. We can say that the positive sentences, right? Now what is the sentence formation for the negative sentences? So what we need, subject, object and verb. Subject, verb and object for the positive sentence, but we cannot remove them in a negative sentence. We just add some another part of the speech to make a negative sentence. Let's see what are the sentence formation and what is the rule of it. Subject, then helping verb, then no or not, then main verb, and then object part. So in a simple sentence we need three parts of the speech. Which are they? Subject, verb and object. For a negative sentence we need 5 parts of the speech. Means subject means mostly, just remember that mostly the subject are noun or pronoun, right? So subject, helping verb means is, am, are, was, were, not or no, main verb means action verbs, and object means rest of the sentence. So let's see according this formation what will be, how can we make a negative sentence. Let's see the example with it. What is the subject here? She, helping verb is, no or not, between them not is there, main verb is, right, filling the blank. Here I have mistake, right is not there, writing is there. So just read this sentence. She is not writing filling the blanks. So she is a active part, so it is a subject. Helping verb means what are the helping verbs? We already learnt it in a previous lessons. Is, am, are, was, were, right? They are the helping verbs of verbs to be, right? Have you remember? Has, have, had, do, does, did, will, shall, can. These all the words are called the helping verbs. So we use after the subject the helping verb, and then we use no or not to make it in a negative form. Then we will write the main verb, and then we'll write the rest part of the sentence, means the object part of the sentence. So this is the way, this is the formation of two negative sentence. By using this pattern we will make a negative sentences. Now let's move on. Now we are able to understand what are the positive sentences and what are the negative sentences. Positive sentences means, just remember that positive sentence means the simple statements, and negative sentences which we have we are going to learn more about the negative sentences in this lesson, right? So let's see the difference. Now we understand how can we identify the positive sentences and the negative sentences. We also see the difference between them. So let's see the difference between the positive sentences and the negative sentences. So positive sentences are the positive by the nature, and it means it shows the positive sense to the of the sentence. It means it is a simple sentence. There is no negative reflection in the sentence. It is a simple sentence. That's why it is called the positive sentence. And what is the negative sentence? The sentences are negative by the nature, means it shows the negative sense to the sentence of the sentence. It means that if you oppose the claim, whatever claim is there, if you oppose it, so you have to just reflect it. What is the reflection? What is the reflection of the negativity? It is the we use no or not to the sentence, and it is so and no, by using no and not, we use then we just see the negative sense of the sentence. This type of sentence is formed by subject, verb and object, and negative sentences formed by subject, helping verb, no or not, main verb and object to make a negative sentence, right? Let's see the example. For example, Raja is looking happy is the positive sentence. It claimed positively. It is the positive by the nature. It is simple sentence, so we can say that this is a positive sentence. Now let's see the example of negative sentence. Raja is not looking happy is the opposite. As we learned that the negative sentences shows the opposite of the positive sentence. So positive sentence just tell us is looking happy, but negative sentence tell us is not looking happy. So now we understand that not is, by using not, will make this sentence in a negative form. It reflects the negative sense of the sentence. So this is the difference of positive sentence and negative sentence. By this difference you can identify which are the positive sentences and which are the negative sentences very easily. So let's move on. Now we already know that, now we had learned that we use no or not to the verb, right, to make the sentence in a negative form. So we make negative sentences by different ways, by using no or not with the different kind of verbs. So which verbs, by using no or not with which kind of verb we make a sentence in a negative form. Let's see. We make a negative sentence by using no or not with verb to be, with verb to have, with verb to do, with verb shall will, and we can say that with the phrases. Phrases means small sentences, or we can say that it is the kind of imperative sentence. So these are the verbs we use no or not with them and make a sentence in a negative form. If you remember what are the to be form, let's learn about the verb to be. We already learnt it in helping verbs, in a lesson of helping verbs. Have you remember lesson number 13? So negative sentences with verb to be. What are the verb to be? Is, am, are, was, were are called the verbs to be, right? So let's see. When verb to be is in the sentence, and if we want to make the sentence in a negative form, we just add not with it. It means that wherever the verbs to be is there in the sentence, we just add not with it and make the sentence in a negative way, negative form, right? It is very simple. Let's see the formation of this kind of verbs to be sentence in a negative form. Subject, verb to be. Verb to be means is, am, are, was, were, anyone else, right? Then not or no. Here we use not with the verb to be. Then main verb and then object. So this is the formation of verb to be to make a sentence in a negative form. So let's see the example. According to the example, we will understand that the actual pattern of the verb to be. So the cow is eating grass. Here the cow is the active part. It means it is a subject. Is a helping verb, right? Eating is a main verb and grass is the object part of the sentence. Now, if we want to make this sentence in a negative form, negative sentence, at that time what can we do? We just write not after the helping verb. What is the helping verb of the sentence? Is. So we just add not with is. Is not. We'll make is not and then make a sentence in negative form. So what will be the answer? The cow is not eating grass is the negative form of the sentence. Understand? So this is the way you can make a sentence in a negative form. Next example, today is my birthday. Here today is the active part, is the helping verb, my birthday is the object part. Here just remember, if you don't understand the subject and object part of the sentence, it's okay, but you have to focus on the verb or the helping verb. Here if you have confusion that what is the subject part of the sentence, what is the object part of the sentence, it's okay, but you have to identify the helping verb from the sentence. So let's tell me, what is the helping verb in the sentence? Yes, is. So just focus on the is, and if we want to make this sentence in a negative form, we just add not with the helping verb. So we'll again use not with is for this sentence. So what will be the answer of this sentence? Today is not my birthday, right? So this is the way we can, if we have confusion but we have clarity, we need a clarity of helping verb in this sentence. If we identify the helping verb very easily, we can make the sentence in negative form very easily, right? So next is Ria is a tall girl is a sentence. Now we understand that Ria is a object part, is a helping verb, tall is a adjective and girl is the object part, right? Here no action word in the sentence, just because is replace the main verb. So is the main verb, we can use is as a main verb also, because here no action verb in the sentence. Now don't be confused at that time, there is no main verb in the sentence, then what can I do? No, don't worry, you have to just focus on the helping verb of verb to be. So what is the verb to be is here? Ria is, right? So is the helping verb. Again we'll put not with the is and make a sentence in a negative form. So what will be the sentence in a negative form? Ria is not a tall girl. Understand? So this is the way. Not only these examples are I have written in with is only, but not this rule for not only is, we can use this rule with am, is, are, was and were. So get more clarity. Let's do the exercise of this kind of exercise and get better understanding for the rule. So let's do the exercise, and what is the heading? Change the following sentences into negative sentences. So we understand the heading. What is the heading? The heading is that we have given the positive sentences and we have to put these sentences in a negative form. So let's start the exercise. You were absent on Wednesday. Here you is a, as I told you, if you don't find any noun in the sentence, just remember subject will be, maybe subject is noun or pronoun. It is called the subject of the sentence, right? So here what is the noun? No noun is there, right? So is it a pronoun in the sentence? Yes, you is the pronoun. So we can say that you is the subject of the sentence. What is the verb to be in the sentence? Yes, where. Where is the verb to be? And then absent on. Absent is a main verb, right? On Wednesday. So now what can we do to make this sentence in a negative form? Yes, as we learned that we put not with the verb to be, and here the verb to be is where, so we use not with them. So we write the answer as a, you were not absent on Wednesday. Okay. Next sentence, he was in the office. Now as we learned that maybe not only the noun or the subject part of the sentence, sometimes in some case pronouns are also will be the subject part of the sentence, right? Just because we cannot do all the time take a name of a particular noun all the time, that's why we using a pronoun, right? So he was in the office. What is the helping verb in the sentence? Yes, was is there. Now if we want to make this sentence in a negative form, then what can we do? Yes, we use not with was and make it in a negative form. So what will be the answer of this sentence? He was not in the office will be the answer. I hope you understand how to make a negative sentence with the helping verbs, right? Next sentence, they are happy. So what will we do? Yes, now just guess it and do it by self. I'll give you only 30 seconds. They are happy. They are the active part of the sentence. So they are subject part of the sentence. Are is a helping verb and happy is the object part of the sentence. So what will be the negative sentence of this sentence? They are not happy. Understand? Let's move on. I am going to the party. I is a subject, am is helping verb, going is a main verb, and to the party is the object part of the sentence. Now what will we do? Yes, I hope you have done this sentence by self in a negative form. So what will be the answer? Just yes, I am not going to the party is the answer. Understand? Next is you are responsible for that. Again are is there. So what will we do? Let's do this sentence by self. What is the negative form of the sentence? Yes, we will write not with are, and what will be the answer? You are not responsible for that. So this is the way we can make a sentence in a negative form with verb to be. In our next lecture, we will learn about the verb to have, verb to do, and verb will, shall, and other in our next lecture. Thank you. Have a great day.